Where is the fellow?
Half afeard to come.
Go to, go to. Come hither, sir.
Good Majesty, Herod of Jury dare not look upon you, but when you are well pleased.
That Herod's head I'll have. But how, when Antony is gone, through whom I might command it? Come thou near.
Most gracious Majesty.
Didst thou behold Octavia?
I, dread Queen.
Where?
Madam, in Rome. I looked her in the face and saw her led between her brother and Marc Antony.
Is she as tall as me?
Madam, she's not.
Didst hear her speak? Is she shrill-tongued or low?
Madam, I heard her speak. She is low-voiced.
That's not so good. He cannot like her long.
Like her? I say it is impossible.
I think so, Charmian. Dull of tongue and dwarfish. What majesty is in her gait, remember, if e'er thou look'st on majesty.
She creeps. Her motion and her station are as one. She shows a body rather than a life, a statue than a breather.
Is this certain?
Oh, I have no observance.
Three in Egypt cannot make better note.
'Tis very knowing, I do perceive. There's nothing in her yet. The fellow has good judgment.
Excellent.
Guess at her years, I prithee.
Madam, she was a widow.
Widow! Charmian, Marc!
And I do think she's 30.
Bear'st thou her face in mind? Is long or round?
Round, even to faultiness.
For the most part, too, they are foolish that are so. Her hair, what colour?
Brown, madam. And her forehead as low as she would wish it.
There's gold for thee. Thou must not take my former sharpness ill. I will employ thee back again. I find thee most fit for business. Go make thee ready. Our letters are prepared.
A proper man.
Indeed, he is so. I repent me much that so I harried him. Why, methinks by him there's creatures, no such thing.
Nothing.
The man hath seen some majesty and should know.
Hath he seen majesty? Isis else defend, and serving you so long.
All may be well enough.
I warrant you, madam.
Nay, Octavia. Not only that were excusable, but he hath waged new wars. Spoke scantily of me when the best hint was given him. He not took, or did it from his teeth.
Oh, my good lord, believe not all. Or if you must believe, stomach not all. O more unhappy lady, if this division chance ne'er stood between, praying for both parts. The good gods will mock me presently when I shall pray, "Oh, bless my lord and husband." Undo that prayer by crying out as loud, "Oh, bless my brother." Husband, win. Win, brother. Praise and destroys that prayer. No midway twixt these extremes at all.
Gentle Octavia, if I lose mine honor, I lose myself. Better I were not yours than yours so branchless. But as you requested, yourself shall go between us. Meantime, lady, I'll raise the preparation of a war shall stain your brother. Make your soonest haste.
Thanks to my lord. The Jove of power make me Most weak, your reconciler. Wars twixt you twain would be as if the world should cleave.
Provide you're going.
Contemning Rome, he has done all this and more in Alexandria. Here's the manner of it. In the marketplace, on a tribunal silvered, Cleopatra and himself in chairs of gold were publicly enthroned. At her side stood Caesarion, whom they call my father's son, and all the unlawful issue that their lust since then had made between.
This in the public eye.
In the common showplace where they exercise. His sons he there proclaimed the kings of kings. Great Media, Parthia, and Armenia he gave to Alexander. To Ptolemy he assigned Syria, Cilicia, and Phoenicia. She, the habiliments of the goddess Isis that day appeared.
Let Rome be thus informed.
Queasy with his insolence already, will their good thoughts go from him?
The people know it, and have now received his accusations.
Who does he accuse?
Caesar. He frets that Lepidus of the Triumvirate should be deposed, and being that we detain all his revenue.
Sir, this should be answered.
I've told him Lepidus was grown too cruel and to deserve his change.
Hail, Caesar, and my lord. Hail, most dear Caesar.
That ever I should call thee castaway.
You have not called me so, nor have you cause.
Why have you stolen upon us thus? You come not like Caesar's sister. The wife of Antony should have an army for an usher, and the neighs of horse to tell of her approach long ere she did appear. But you are come a market maid to Rome, and have prevented the ostentation of our love.
Good my lord, to come thus was I not constrained, but did it on my free will. My lord Marc Antony, hearing that you prepared for war, acquainted my grieved ear withal, whereon I begged his pardon for return.
Which soon he granted, being an abstract between his lust and him.
Do not say so, my lord.
I have eyes upon him, and his affairs come to me on the wind. Where is he now?
My lord, in Athens.
No. My most wronged sister, Cleopatra, hath nodded him to her. He hath given his empire up to a whore, who now are levying the kings of the earth for war. Oh. He hath assembled Bocchus, the king of Libya, Archelaus of Cappadocia, Philadelphos, king of Paphlagonia, the Thracian king of Dallas, King Morchus of Arabia, king of Pont, Herod of Juri, Mithridates, king of Commagene, Polemon, and Amintas, all these and a more larger list of scepters.
I will be even with thee, doubt it not.
But why? Why?
Thou hast forspoke my being in these wars and says it is not fit.
Well, is it? Is it?
If 'tis denounced against us, why should not we be there in person?
Well, I could reply.
What is you say?
Your presence needs must puzzle Antony. Take from his heart, take from his brain, from his time what should not then be spared. He's already traduced for levity, and 'tis said in Rome, Patinus and Eunuch and your maids manage this war.
Sink Rome, and their tongues rot that speak against us. A charge we bear in the war, and as the president of my kingdom, will appear there for a man. Speak not against it.
Nay, I have done.